What's up, everybody? KB Shot Review coming back to you today, talking about my everyday carry. Now, everyday carry is a very personal thing. It's something that every individual has to figure out on their own. Some of it comes out of necessity, some of it comes out of traditions passed on. So, for example, a lot of the things I do carry every day is something that my grandfather pushed me to carry every day um, when I was a child. So, with that, every day I wear a hat. Typically a baseball cap, something like that. If I'm going out to dinner, I'm dressing up. A wedding, I'll wear a fedora. That's just something my grandfather always pushed on me. When you leave the house, you put a hat on your head. Coming down, right? Sunglasses. These are my native Wells sunglasses. I really enjoy these. They're very lightweight. They are polarized, and they have a nice dark tint to them. I really enjoy these. The next thing that my grandfather always pushed was a belt, right? So if I went to his house as a kid and I didn't put a belt on, he would get some string or yarn and put it around my waist and use it as a belt for the day. This is a next belt. I like this for my concealed carry. Has these micro adjusting ratchets to it, which make it very adjustable. So depending on what I'm carrying, maybe a little bigger, smaller, X, Y, and Z. Maybe I had too much to eat last night. It's the perfect spot wherever you want it. This little belt buckle makes it nice, so I don't have to have this way off to the side when I'm appendix carrying. I can still kind of keep it towards the middle. I really enjoy this belt. It has a good rigidity to it. I've been carrying it for a few years, and I've had zero issues. If I am everyday carrying, it's going to be probably with a 10 core holster. I enjoy these metal clips, how thin it is, good plastic, and it's very comfortable. The next thing I like is this Streamlight Micro Stream USB flashlight. It's very small, fits in the palm of your hand. It's not that expensive. It's like 35, 40 bucks, something like that on Amazon. But it does give a good bright light. Has this clip for your pocket. It also has on the other side of the clip where I can use it as a headlamp with my hat. I never thought I would carry a flashlight, but after seeing this and carrying it for a little bit, I use this a lot. I use this way more than I use my phone light, just because there's some places you don't want to whip out your phone. Like if I'm crawling around in my attic or underneath my truck or something like that, I don't want my phone out, like to get damaged or whatever. So I'll use this and it works great. Even it's quick and it's easy. I don't have to pull up a thing. I don't have to press certain buttons. Just boom, it's on. If I'm looking for a toy or something my kid dropped, boom, I got it. It's also a nice deterrent. It's a nice non-lethal anything kind of deterrent at night. Someone's coming up on you, you're not really sure their intentions, you take a flashlight out and pop them in the face. It disorients them and blinds them for a minute, and you're away. No one's going to call the cops because you shine a flashlight in their face. So I like the idea of carrying a flashlight like this. Like I said, it's not that expensive. It's USB. It's a lithium-ion battery, so you just rechargeable. You don't have to worry about buying 1,000 batteries. I enjoy this. Next thing my grandfather always told me was carry a pocket knife. It's not a weapon, it's a tool. I'm not trained in knife fighting. I'm not ever going to try to knife fight. That's just not going to be a good day for anybody. So I don't see why carrying a knife is relevant to me. I'm not trained in it, like I said, and I'd probably end up just hurting myself. This is an M&P Smith & Wesson pocket knife. I've been carrying this long time. Not this particular one. I've had a few of these, but almost 15 years I've carried something like this. I like this because it has spring assisted. so I can use one hand to open the knife. I am a first responder, so it's one of those things like if I come up on a car accident or something, I need to cut a seatbelt. I can grab with one hand, manipulate this with the other, and use it. Um, Obviously, just like everybody else, this is way more of a Amazon opening tool than anything else. But you know, I enjoy it. Keeps a nice sharp blade. Has the serrations. It's thin. It's light, and this isn't that expensive either. It's like probably maybe less than $50. Moving on to my keys. Right, I have a cigar punch right here, bottle opener. This is something I got off of another gun tuber. They were selling a product or promoting a product, but I just kind of bought this pill case. You can get like 5 of them or something like that for like $5 on Amazon. And I just put Ear Pro in it, foamies in it. Um, just in case I ever go to range or something like that and I forget, or for whatever reason I feel like I might need to put Ear Pro in. You know, working a side gig or something like that, and there's loud noise, or tired, I want to take a nap, I don't want any distractions. You know, I think that this was a really good idea, so I just kind of went with it, but I made it my own. Lastly is my watch. So this is a Sterling Durant watch with the metal bracelet. This is a gift from my newborn son for Christmas last year. I've always worn a watch. I've always been a watch guy. Basically, I wore G-Shock most of my life. Then I started wearing smartwatches, Fitbit, and the Amazon one. I like those for, you know, the workout, the sleep, the alarm clock. I enjoyed those watches for those reasons, but the constant notifications of things, the constant having to charge them, and everything else was just really annoying to me. So this is a mechanical watch, an automatic watch actually. So as long as I wear it, as long as it has movement, it's gonna keep time. And I really like this. The company they're a bunch of British military guys. They send some proceeds to PTSD research awareness type thing. So I like that a lot. It's a very comfortable watch. Um, and I don't ever have to worry about it dying on me. I don't carry any medical, as you can see. I was an EMT for many years. I've worked inner city, I worked rural areas, here, there, everywhere, multiple different agencies. Um, and it taught me how to adapt and overcome a lot of this stuff. So I don't have like a tourniquet or a chest seal or all that other good stuff. I don't carry it. I can make a tourniquet. I can do bleeding control. You know, after treating countless number of gunshot wounds, stabbings, and other trauma, you know, I think I can handle myself if I had to make something work. Again, I worked for agencies that didn't give us tourniquets, so they showed us how to make tourniquets. They didn't give us chest seals, so we had to learn how to make chest seals. Um, if you carry it, that's great, but it's just not something I see in my everyday. I do have like a tourniquet in my range bag. I do have a first aid kit that I made in my truck. You know, if I'm out on the road, come across an accident or something like that, I can do a little bit more, but to carry it every day, added weight, bulkiness, it's just not worth it to me. And I think that's one thing you have to figure out on your own for your everyday carry. What's it worth it to carry? You know, how much weight is it worth to carry? All this stuff I use every day. Um, Obviously, I don't use my gun every day, but it's one of those things that I'd rather have it and not use it than need it and not have it. But the flashlight, the pocket knife, my sunglasses, a belt, all that common stuff to watch, I use it on a daily basis, multiple times a day, and it's all worth it to me to carry that kind of weight. Anything more, it's not worth it. So figure it out on your own. You're going to have to test some things out, try some things out. I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If not, like and subscribe. Thank you.